Next morning, Jungkook slowly opened his eyes, realizing Taehyung was still curled in his arms, fast asleep. For a moment, he simply admired him, his calm expression, the way his lashes rested against his cheeks, and the peace that seemed to glow from him when he was away from fear. Jungkook carefully tangled himself from Taehyung, brushing over his temple before slipping out of bed. He wanted Taehyung to wake up to comfort, not teasing, so he headed straight to the kitchen. The kitchen filled with the warm smell of pancake and scrambled eggs. Jungkook worked quietly, humming under his breath. As he prepared the food, he wanted the morning to feel normal, safe, like a home sound feel. He set the table neatly, placing a little chair with fresh flower in the middle. Everything had to be perfect for Taehyung. He poured a glass of orange juices, glanced at the clock, and sighed. Soon he would have to tell Taehyung about the code. His chest tightened with worry. How would he react? Would he feel scared or angry? Maybe broken all over again? The young hands trembled slightly, but he clenched his jaw, steadying himself. Jungkook thinking, "Oh, no matter how he feels, I'll be here. I'll hold him through it. I'll make sure he never fails again." Back in the bedroom, Taehyung street, the warm beside him was gone, and his brows furrowed. His hand reached out instantly, searching for Taehyung. When he didn't find him, his heart raced for a moment until the smell of food reached him. Blinking his eyes open, he sat up slowly. Taehyung's soft voice, "Cookie, uh, are you there?" The door cracked open and Jungkook appeared holding a tray of food. His smile was gently, but Taehyung noticed the way Jungkook's eyes studying him carefully, as if checking if he was okay. Jungkook brightly, "Oh, good morning, sleepyhead. I made breakfast for you." Taehyung blinked in surprise. For me?" Jungkook stretching the tray down, nodding. Of course. You deserve mornings filled with warmth. Not fear." Taehyung's throat tightened at those words. He looked down at the food. Pancakes set like little heart, scrambled egg, and juices. Tears sprinkling his eyes. Taehyung softly, almost whispering, No one ever made me breakfast before." Jungkook's chest ached. He sat beside him, brushing Taehyung's cheeks gently. Jungkook firmly, "Oh, get to use it then, because I'm going to make you breakfast for rest of our lives." Taehyung let out a shaky laugh, tears slipping down his cheeks. Jungkook wiped them tightly, finger before handing him. They ate quietly at first. Jungkook kept stealing glances at Taehyung, his mind heavy with the love calls. He knew he couldn't hide it any longer. Sitting his frog down, he reached across the bed and took Taehyung's hand in his. Jungkook, soft, careful. Tae, I need to tell you something important. Taehyung frozen his frog halfway to his mouth. His eyes flickered nervously. Taehyung, something bad? Jungkook excuses himself. No. No, love, that's not bad, but it won't be easy. Taehyung swallowed hard. Jungkook, I got a call last night from my lawyer. The court wants to see your father today. They are going to punish him for everything he did to you, but they need to you to be there to speak your truth. The frog slipped from Taehyung's hand, clattering onto the tray. His eyes widened, his cheeks rising and falling quickly. Taehyung whispering, no, I can't, I can't, I don't want to see him, Cookie. I can't go back there, please. Taehyung wrapped his arms around himself as he sheltered his body. Jungkook immediately pulled him into his embrace, holding him tightly against his chest. Jungkook, firm but gentle. Shh. It's okay, Taehyung. First, listen to me. You don't have to be afraid. I'll be right next to you, holding your hands. He won't touch you ever again. He can't. This is not hurt you. This is to your freedom. Taehyung moved again his chest, but what if I froze? What if my voice didn't came out? What if I break down in front of everyone? Jungkook kept his face, forcing Taehyung to meet his uh, steady gaze. Jungkook with strength. Then I'll speak for you. I'll stand by you. You don't have to carry this weight anymore, Tae. Just show them that you are here, alive and ready to heal. That's enough. You are enough, Taehyung. Taehyung lip trembles. Slowly he nodded, tears slipping down. Taehyung, soft, broken. As long as you don't let go of my hand. Jungkook pressing their forehead together. Never, not for a second. Later that morning, the two walked into court. Hand in hand, Taehyung's grip was tight. His palm sweated, but Jungkook's steady presence beside him gave him courage. Across the room, his father sat with cuffs on his wrist, his face still cold and unpresented. Taehyung flinched, but Jungkook squeezes his hand. Jungkook whispering, Don't look at him. Look at me, Taehyung. Taehyung turned his gaze to Jungkook, who gave him softest smile, the smile that had ever saved him. He nodded, breathed slowly. The trials began. Was presented. Police report. Then it was Taehyung's turn. He stood shaky, his voice trembling at first, but when his father glared, tried to silence him, he felt Jungkook's hand on his back, steady and warm. He took a deep breath and spoke. Taehyung's voice cracking but strong. All my life was told to be silent. I was told I was speak. But today I'm not silent anymore. I survived and I will keep surviving because I'm not alone. I finally have someone who loves me and I deserve to be free. The courtroom was silent, Jungkook's eyes filled with pride, and as he whispered, Jungkook, "Oh, that's my home." The judge words echo through the room. Judge, after reviewing the and the court sentenced Mrs. Kim for his act of capsule the courtroom. The young father tried to protest, but the guards him away for the first time. The man who had Taehoong's life looking powerless. Taehoong knees nearly gave out, but Jungkook catch him, holding him tightly. Tears streaming down Taehoong's face, not for fear this time, but of relief. Taehoong sobbing into Jungkook's chest. It's over, Cookie. It's really over. Jungkook stroking his back, whispering, "Yes, love. He can't hurt you anymore. You are free now. We are free." Outside the courthouse, Jungkook pulled Taehoong into his arms again, sliding him from the flashing cameras of reporters. He whispered softly into his ears, "Jungkook, from now on, our life is ours, only filled with love, not pain. I promise you forever. Remember, today is the first day of that forever." The hung looking up at him, eyes swollen from crying, but shining with a new light, a light of hope. He reached up, clapping Jungkook's cheeks. The hung smiled through tears. "Forever with you." Jungkook leaned down, pressing a gentle to his ceiling the promise they had longed for, and for the first time they felt truly free. 1 year later, the morning sunlight slipped through the curtain, painting the room in a soft golden glow. Taehoon shifted in bed, his cheeks pressed against Jungkook's chest, listening to the steady heartbeat that had become his favorite sound in the world. Jungkook started awake, his hand immediately finding Taehoon's hair, gently brushing through it. Jungkook, "Oh, good morning, my love." Taehoon's sleepy voice, "Good morning, husband." The word still made Jungkook's heart skip. "Husband." After everything, the nights of fear, the tears, the endless promise, they had made it. They were married. Jungkook kissed Taehoong's forehead softly. "Jungkook, oh, do you know what today is?" Taehoong blinked up at him. "Our first wedding anniversary." Jungkook smiled. "Exactly 1 year of being mine officially, but my heart being my since forever." Taehoong lip curved into a small smile, his eyes glassy with emotions. He remembered the night Jungkook had saved him, carried him away from that house, even gave him safety, gave him love. He remembered how he thought he would never smile again, and yet here he was wrapping in warmth. Sometimes I still think This is all a dream that one day I'll wake up and be back in that cold house. Jungkook tightened his hold. Nothing that's part of your life is gone. You'll never go back there. I promise to protect you. I'll spend my whole life keeping that promise. Taehyung pressing his face in Jungkook's chest, holding him tighter. Jungkook, Taehyung, you kept promise. Every promise you ever made to me, Jungkook. A family, a love. Jungkook lifted his chin and made Taehyung look at him. Jungkook, oh, you are my home, Taehyung. Nothing else matters. If I have, they lean in and share a soft, full of peace and love, not depression like before. Later that day, Taehyung was kitchen wearing an apron Jungkook had brought for him that read, "What's best husband?" He was stirring a pot of soap, humming softly to himself, when two strong arms suddenly wrapped around his face from behind, Jungkook whispering against his ear, "Oh, you look so beautiful, Tete, even with flour on your cheeks." Taehyung giggled softly. Jungkook, I am cooking. If you distract me, they will burn. Jungkook tightened his hold, then let it burn. You are more important. Taehyung rolled his eyes, playing but playfully but secretly melting inside. Even after a year of marriage, Jungkook still treated him like he was the most precious person in the world. Taehyung smiled softly. Oh, Cookie, you never change, do you? Jungkook, no, not even. It's come to my loving you. That night after dinner, they moved to the balcony. The night sky drifted endlessly, and the two sat close on a couch, wrapped in a single blanket. Taehyung rested his head on Jungkook's shoulder, his voice thoughtful. Taehyung, Jungkook, do you ever think about the future? Like, like really think about it? Jungkook gently. Every day, Tae. My future is always you. Then hesitate, then softly. But what if our little world could be bigger? Then what if we had a family? Jacob turned to look at him, surprised, eyes wide but soft. Jungkook whispering, "Oh, you mean a baby?" Taehyung nodded, nervous smile. Yes, are we thinking we held, we grow. Maybe it's time to give love to someone new, to raise a child in the warmth we never had growing up, to make sure they never feel what I felt back then. His voice cracked slightly, old, scared, pressing against the conversation. Jungkook immediately held his hand tighter, thumb brushing softly over his skin. Jungkook, serious, emotional, do you know how beautiful that thought is? Giving a child the love we always wishes for, creating a safe world from them with you, and I know it's possible. They hung eyes with tears, not from sadness, but from the depth of the moment. They hung softly. Well, do you really want that? A family with me? Jungkook cupped his fist there. There is no one else. I ever dream of having a family with. Imagine a little one running around calling us Appa. Imagine you sending them to sleep with you. Imagine me teaching them to ride a bike. Then, throughout his tears, the image are so tender. It hurts in the best way. And imagine them with your bunny smile, Jungkook smile back, or your boxy smile. Entire way they be perfect. They sat in silence again, heart bursting with quiet dreams. Jungkook suddenly stood up and went inside, returning with a small box wrapped in silver paper. Jungkook nervously smiled. Happy anniversary, my love. Then teasing softly, Jungkooka, the promise of a family is already the greatest gift, Jungkook. But still, open it. Then carefully unwrapped it, finding a delicate necklace inside. The pendant was shaped like a tiny house with a heart carved in the center, Jungkook whispering. Because we are together, and one day maybe we all add a little heart inside this house for our baby. Dear Tehung's face as he hugged him tightly, Tehung muffin in his chest. I love you so much, Jungkook. Jungkook whispered back, and I love you forever, my tete. Later that night, their bedroom glowed with candlelights. The room felt scared not just with romance but with the weight of the promise they had made. Jungkook carefully carried Taehoon in his arms and laid him gently on the bed. They lay facing each other, fingers intertwined. Taehoon softly, almost a whisper, I love you, Jungkook. And just there, made in tender, slow, and filled with the sweetness of a thousand unsaid words. The hunk up Jungkook's cheeks, pulling him close. Jungkook hand gently flowing, but it wasn't rush. It was patience, a dance of soul. Every was a vow, every a promise. Jungkook whispered between Happy anniversary, my love. Taehoon softly. Jungkook. They say their love in the purest way, wrapped in each other's arms. No fear, no pain, just warmth, safety, and the kind of love that could heal anything. That night in their little home, they celebrated not just 1 year of marriage but a lifetime of togetherness that lay ahead. Next morning, the sunlight poured gentle through the curtains, warm of the room where the two lay tangled in each other's arms. Shankar started first, opening his eyes to find Taehoong's head resting on his chest. His soft hair tinkled Jungkook's skin. For a moment, Jungkook just stood there, quietly smiling, his arms wrapped around Taehoong's waist. He wanted time to stop. This was his favorite sight in the world. But then, Taehoon groaned, rolling a little. Ah, my back. Ah, it's hurt. Jungkook blinked suddenly, sitting up a bit. Jungkook worried. Tete? What's wrong? Taehyung pouted, stretching like a cat. Ah, my back is because of you. Jungkook blinked. Huh? Confused at first, then his ear went red. Jungkook, wait, are you blaming me? The hunter dramatically pointing at him. Yes, you. Last night you were so. Now look, now look at me. I can't even move properly. Jungkook faced one and he covered his mouth with his hand. Jungkook teasing, yeah, don't say it like that. What if the neighbors hear you? They smiled quickly, still lying flat. Good, let them know. My husband loved me too much. Jungkook burning his face in the pillow, growing in embarrassment, while Taehyung softly even thought his back really did itch. Jungkook, of course, couldn't just sit there. He got up quickly, fixing his messy hair, and hurried into the kitchen. A minute later, he returned with a tray of warm tea, toast, and Taehyung's favorite fruit slices. Taehyung blinked up at him, surprised. Huh? You made all this for me in breakfast? Jungkook, Jungkook placing it carefully on the side table. Of course, my poor baby is in pain because of me. So I'll take care of you all day. Taehyung laughed softly, sitting up slowly with Jungkook. Taehyung pretending to sulk. You better can't just tire me out and then ignore me the next day. Jungkook cupped his cheeks gently. Ignore you? Never. I would rather carry you around on my back than let you suffer alone. Taehyung's heart softened instant and he leaned forward to kiss Jungkook. Taehyung whispering, I was only teaching Cook, but thank you. Thank you for carrying me. Jungkook smiled. Always. The rest of the day went slowly. Jungkook masses Taehyung's shoulders, kept him warm in blanket, and even carried him bridal style to the living room just to make him laugh. Taehyung complained dramatically the whole time, but secretly loved every second of being spoiled. Time escaped. 1 month later, a month passed. Life for taekook had returned to its normal, rather quiet morning, busy afternoons, and cozy nights filled with love. But recently, Taehyung started noticing something strange. It began with small things. One morning, he woke up with a wave of nonsense. He barely made it to the bathroom before emptying his stomach. Jungkook's alarm rushed in behind him. Jungkook grabbing his bag. Hey, are you okay? What happened? Taehyung weak laugh, running his mouth. I don't know. Maybe I ate something bad last night. Jungkook frowned deeply, but I ate the same food. Why am I fine then? Taehyung shrunk tightly. Maybe your stomach is stronger. Jungkook wasn't convinced, but he didn't argue. Instead, he made Taehyung lie down and prepare honey water for him, but the nuisance didn't stop. For the next week, Taehyung found himself running to the bathroom angrily in the morning. Some days it was mild, other day he could barely stand, and then come the hunger. One afternoon, Jungkook returned from the studio to find Taehyung sitting on the couch, surrounded by empty wrappers. His cheeks furrowed as he another cookies. Jungkook wide eyes. Did you eat all of that? Taehyung paused quietly, a crumb on his lip. Ah, I was hungry, Jungkook. Jungkook sat beside him, worried. Ah, you've been eating non-stop these days, and then you throw up in the morning. This isn't normal. Taehyung sighed, leaning against him. I know. Maybe it's food poison or something. Maybe my stomach feels weird. Jungkook wrapped his arms around him, pressing his chins against Taehyung's shoulders. Jungkook softly, then let's go to the doctor tomorrow. Just be safe, okay? Taehyung hesitated. But what if something? Oh, I didn't want to waste time. Jungkook firmly, even if it's something, I would rather be sure. I can't stand watching you like this, Tae. Taehyung melted his worried tone. He know Jungkook would rest until they found out what's going on. That night, Taehyung lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, one hand on his stomach. He thought about their anniversary night. He promised of family, the dream of raising a child together. He remembered Jungkook's words. One day we all tell our child our story. Could it be? His mind raced, but he shook his head quickly, then thinking, oh no, it can't be. It's probably just stress or maybe too much late night random. Still, a small part of him wondered. Jungkook came into the room carrying warm milk. He placed it on the table beside him and said, Taehyung. Jungkook gently, oh, Taehyung, drink this. It might help your stomach. Taehyung smiled faintly. You are spoiling me again. Jungkook kissed his forehead. I'll spoil you for a lifetime if it means keeping you safe, okay? Taehyung sipped the milk quickly. Then he glanced at Jungkook, who was watching him with so much love it also hurt. Taehyung softly cooked. What if my body is trying to tell me something bigger? Jungkook confused. Huh? Titled his head. "Oh, what do you mean, Tae? Taehyung hesitated, whispering, What if isn't what if this isn't a food poisoning? What if something new? Something we didn't expect? Jungkook blinked, tried to understand, but before he could reply, Taehyung looked away, cheeks red. Taehyung quickly, oh, never mind. Forget it. I just said anything. Jungkook didn't push instant. He pulled Taehyung into his arms, stroking his hair gently. Jungkook softly. Whatever is it, we all safe it together. We are not alone there. Never again. Taehyung closed his eyes, hiding his trembling smile against Jungkook's chest. The next morning, Jungkook instant they go to the doctor. Taehyung grumbled with the whole way. Instant it was unnecessary, but held his hand tightly, refusing to listen. As they sat in the waiting room, the heart pounded. A part of him was nervous, but another part of him, deep inside, carrying a quiet hope. The external white walls of the hospital felt unusually happy. That morning, Taehyung sat on the examination bed, flirting with his finger, his legs swinging nervously. Jungkook sat beside him, holding his hand tightly, thumb brushing through circle over. Taehyung chuckled, Taehyung pouting, Cookie, this feels unnecessary. I told you, it's probably just food poisoning. Jungkook serious, shaking his head. Food poisoning doesn't last for weeks, hey? And you've been throwing up every morning. I can't ignore it. Taehyung sang, leaning his head against Jungkook's shoulder. Taehyung softly, you worry too much, Jungkook. Family, and you didn't worry enough because before Taehyung could argue, the doctor walked in holding a file and smiled warmly. Doctor, oh, came Taehyung say? Taehyung nervous chuckled. Yes, it's me. Doctor checked his chart. We run some tests beside on your symptoms and the results are ready. Jungkook instantly said straight, holding Taehyung's hands tighter. Taehyung's heart racing, his thoughts suddenly dry. Taehyung thinking, what is something serious? The doctor looked up, eyes kind and spoke gently. Doctor, oh, congratulations, you are silenced. The hues in the air like a beautiful sacred reward. Taehyung blinking rapidly, whispering. Doctor nodded. Yes, all the signs, the nuisance, the insecure appetite, they were very common in the early. The test confirmed it. You are around week along. Then eyes widened, his lips parted for a moment. He just sat there frozen, try to process the stemming. But that means I'm I'm going to be we are going to. Before he could finish, tears filling his eyes, spilling down his cheeks. The voice trembling. I'm I'm going to be a parent. Jungkook, who had been frozen in his shock too, suddenly blinked back to life. His eyes filled with tears as he grabbed the face gently, forcing him to look up. Jungkook was breaking a smile wide. Hey, we are going to be parents. Then let out a small choke laugh thought. His tears throwing his arms around Jungkook's neck, then crying happily. Cookie, I, I can't believe this. It feels like a dream. Jungkook holding him tighter, whispering against his ears. Ah, it's real, baby. It's real. Ah, you are carrying our little one, our family. They stay like that, rub at each other until the doctor softly, doctor smiling. I will give you both a moment. She quickly left the room, closing the door behind her. Jungkook pulled back slightly, wiping down tears with his thumbs. Jungkook teasing softly, "Look at you, crying like this, my strong tae, who pretends to be thought all the time." Taehyung sniffing, laughing. "Shut up. I'm just happy." Overwhelmed Cook. "Do you know what this means? We are a family, our dream." Jungkook his forehead, then leaned on to a soft against Taehyung. Still flat stomach, Jungkook whispering, "Hello, is there? I am your and you are growing inside the most beautiful person in the world." Taehyung gets covering his mouth as fresh tears. Taehyung softly, "Oh, Jungkooka, don't make me cry more, idiot." When they finally left the hospital, Taehyung clutched Jungkook's hand. Taehyung had ever seen, proud, protective, glowing with joy. As soon as they stepped outside, Jungkook suddenly stopped. Taehyung confused. "Cook?" Jungkook grinned, pulling him close. "Ah, I can't. I can't hold it in anymore." And right there outside the hospital, Jungkook left Taehyung off the ground and spun him around. Taehyung laughing loudly. "Ah, put me down, Jungkook. People are watching." Jungkook laughing too. "People is speaking. Let them watch it. I'm the happiest man in the world right now." He finally set Taehyung down, his temper softly. "Jungkook, seriously, from now on, I'm going to take care of you even more. No stress, no overthinking. You are carrying a baby Tae." Taehyung, my whole world. Taehyung chest edging with love as he leaned against Jungkook. Taehyung whispering, "I love you so much." Jungkook softly against his ears, "And I love you more than anything, you and our little one." The moment they stepped into their apartment, Taehyung kicked off his shoes and collapsed on the couch, covering his face with his hands. Taehyung muffin, I still can't believe it." Jungkook joined him, pulling his hand away, "Believing it, baby. You are pregnant," he cried. "Pregnant with our child." Taehyung giggled, shaking his head. Taehyung teasing, "You kept saying it like you don't believe it either." Jungkook dramatically, "Because I don't know how did I get so lucky. A husband who loves me, now a baby on the way. I feel like I've stolen the universe's biggest." Taehyung leaned forward, kicked him gently. Taehyung against his knee. "It's not luck, Cook. It's love. We work for this. We choose each other."